Okay, one more here, I guess, because there's a lot of them here. This is one in Jeremiah 8:8. And the Muslims actually, this is how I got to write the article, is that they were using some of the modern versions. And the modern versions, when you read Jeremiah 8:8, well, let me read it in the King James Bible first. It says, "How do ye say, we are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain." Now, Jeremiah is witnessing against the people because of their sin.
Yeah.
And what he's saying is, how do you guys, you're saying, we are wise and the law of the Lord is with us. They weren't obeying it at all. And the context shows that. And he says, "Lo, certainly in vain made he it." In other words, the pen of the scribes is in vain. What Jeremiah is saying is, what they wrote to you, the scriptures, it's been all in vain because you're not walking in it.
Right.
You're disobeying it, you're rejecting it, you're following idols, right? And a Muslim picked up on one of the modern versions, and what it says in your New King James, NIV, ESV, New American Standard, it says, "How can you say we are wise and the law of the Lord is with us? Look, the false pen of the scribe certainly works falsehood." Now what these new versions are saying, the scriptures themselves were written wrong. The scriptures themselves are in error. They're falsehood. And a Muslim picked up on this, and he wrote about, see, your own Bible says that it's not true.
And actually, they are right. There are errors, serious errors, in the original autographs, if you will. The original, that would be the original autographs of the ESV or the NIV or the New American Standard. They actually, the textual critics, when they assembled the Greek New Testament text, feel like God made mistakes when he inspired the originals. I cited those in my book, Which Bible Would Jesus Use? The Bible Version Controversy Explained and Resolved. And that, to me, that was huge when I discovered those things, to realize that the texts actually put errors in. And these fellows, if you read their material to textual critics, they'll tell you that they think, well, Matthew made a mistake. There's no problem, it's just a human book. Anyway, Matthew made a mistake, what's the big deal? Well, of course it's a big deal, but that's what they think is the original reading. Now, those are not the readings of the King James Bible. However, see, here's the crazy thing. If I were going to publish the ESV or the New American Standard or any of those books, I'm a Bible believer. You know, I'm a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ. I believe that God inspired the Bible. I believe it's his book. I don't think he made a mistake when Matthew penned the book of Matthew or Mark penned the book of Luke. I don't think there were any mistakes in it or errors, especially historical errors or errors in names or errors in numbers. I mean, you know, this is data, facts. They don't make factual errors. How about geography errors? Right. I cited geography errors that are in supposedly the originals. The original that underlies the ESV or the New American Standard. Yeah, those have errors. There's no question. Geography errors. What? God can't do geography? This is crazy. Yeah, they actually have errors in them. And believe me, if you go to Muslim websites, they know all this stuff about textual criticism. They put it in. They cite Metzger or Ehrman or any of these guys, and they're right. I learned a lot from the Muslims when I was doing my book. So they know that there are errors, real factual errors, material errors in modern versions, and they cite them. There aren't in the King James Bible, which is why I believe it.